Alright, good afternoon. Today is June 13th, 2025. On this video, I want to show you how to replace the light bulbs in a newer Oreck vacuum cleaner from about 2010, 2012, 2013. Kind of that era, 2014. A lot of the older ones have where you just take off the cover and you get to the bulbs like that. This one, it's a little different. There's no screws, but there's a headlight here. And this is not LED from the factory. So, although you can put LED bulbs in it if you would like, and I did that. I've had this vacuum cleaner since 2019. This particular one was manufactured in 2011. So, but when I got it, it had one bulb burned out. There's two bulbs in here. So I went ahead and changed them both. And that was back in 2019. Now, they're still working, but I'm going to go through the steps on how to change those out. Now, the bulbs that this takes this style. It's got a flat, not sure if you can see that, but it's got a flat shape. So it's just a push-in peg type bulb, and this particular one is an LED. Now, if you want LED bulbs for this, go on Amazon or eBay and search for car interior light bulbs, and you should come across a lot of these. That's exactly what these are. And these will fit multiple different vacuum cleaners. I bought a box of 8 of them. They work for other brands too. The older Hoover wind tunnels, they work for as well. I've actually used one of these in my Hoover wind tunnel. And they will also work in a Kirby upright, any of the G series Kirby upright vacuums. So that's something to note. So anyway, that's kind of what bulb you would need. And if you like incandescent bulbs, you can still find those, and that's fine. It doesn't matter, whatever flavor of bulb you want. So anyway, enough rambling about that. So what you're going to do is you're going to flip it over, and you're going to take this bottom plate off. Now, unfortunately, this is a little more involved than the older XLs were, but it's still not really hard. It's just extra steps. But if you do replace these with LED bulbs, they should last quite a while. Keyword should. Our country, at least here in the United States, they've pushed LED bulbs exclusively on us for our lighting in our house, and it's questionable. I've had LED bulbs burn out, a couple times. They don't last for eternity like they say. I just don't. So that's why I say should. So once you get those screws out, if it's actually out, let's see. So once you get these screws out, should be able to lift bottom plate off. Just take your time with it. Don't force anything. The screw, I think, is not loose enough. Maybe, yeah. There we go. Okay. So you're going to take your bottom plate off. You're going to set that aside. And now, what you're going to do is you're going to remove your roller. Now, you're going to remove and take the belts off. So let this roller out. And then, with the roller out, there are 2 screws in there. You see them here? There's one. Let's see if I can get this in shot here. So there are 2 screws here. It'll stay in shot. So there's one here and one over here. I'm going to take those 2 screws out, and that should gain you access to the light. So take those out. These are fairly small screws, so set them aside so they don't get lost. And yeah, so take those out. Okay, once both screws are removed, we're going to flip the vacuum over. I'll flip it over here, and then this should lift up, and then this clear piece should come out. Set that aside, careful not to break it or lose it, and then you lift this up, and this does not come off, I don't believe, no. So I wouldn't force it, because you may break it. And here are your 2 bulbs here. One here and one here. So you're going to just pull them out, and then line it up. I don't know if you can see this. So you're going to pull them out, and then if I can get this closer, you should be able to just push them in. You just push in, and that's it. You can do that for both of these, and then just lower this, grab your clear shield, and actually, yeah, just grab your clear shield and then put it on. It should rest in those little nubs right there. These 3 points. And then you're going to shut that. That's going to close. And then you're going to flip it over once again. Make sure that you hold it together, and when it sits on the floor it should hold. And you're going to place your 2 screws back in these holes, just where they came out of. So, should line up. And all you need is a Phillips screwdriver for all this, by the way. There's no special sizes or anything like that. It's just all Phillips. So, it should be all Phillips. If you have a model that looks like this, put those screws back in, snug them up. Don't over tighten them or strip anything out. It's just going into plastic. But yeah, here we go. Yeah, these screws can be a little bit of a pain, but just be patient with them. Take your time. And yeah. There we go. Tighten it up. Alright, so once you've done that, should be ready to go. Okay, so while you're in here, you may want to change your belt. So just undo that. Sticks the Oreck XL belts. And if your belt is cracked and your brush isn't spinning as well, you probably want to change it. I'm not going to worry about it right now, but you would put it back in like that on the shaft, and then take your roller and just while you're in here, pull off any hair, thread, string, anything that'd be on this roller. I mean, while you got it open, you might as well. Doesn't make sense to put it back together when more things need to be done. You already got it apart, so now you're gonna put your roller back in. You want the side with the notches, pardon my clock, facing up here. So there we go. And one thing that I do like to do, this is a piece of zip tie. Now you can take a piece of plastic like this. This is basically just a zip tie. You can take a zip tie and stick it in a spot where there's play. You know, there's wiggling. It's a common thing for these Orecks. These tend to move in the housing. So what you can do is just stick a zip tie in there and then cut it off. But I've just reused the same piece over and over, and it helps it not to move too much. And then what you want to do is you want to take your belt and you want to put it over the pulley here, and you want to rotate this on until it falls into place. Should just go on nice and easy like that. If it's a new belt, it'll be very, very tight, but just be patient and stretch. You just want to rotate it by hand a couple times, make sure it spins freely and it's lined up. So there you go. And then finally, I'm going to take our bottom plate, I'm going to push it on there. And with these screws in here, I don't necessarily dump them out because they just kind of sit in there. And I just leave them alone. I just pull the plate off and then just set it down, so that way I don't lose any screws. But they should all line up like that. And then you're going to tighten all your screws. And get it all secure. And I mean, no, a headlight isn't a necessity for the function of a vacuum cleaner, but it is a helpful tool. So if you have a burned out headlight and you want to fix that, it's good to know. Now, I personally like headlights on my vacuums, so I tend to prefer to have them and have them working. So it does help tremendously. So get that tight, make sure it's snug on there. You're just going to tighten it up. Check them all, make sure they're snug. Okay. So, there's a little bit of hair there. Get that out of there. Okay. So, that is it. You are done. You can pick it up, put it back in the upright position, and you are done. And that is how you access the light bulbs on a late 2000s, early 2010s Oreck vacuum cleaner. So I hope this is helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.